deep in Pack Heat, South Central, Watts, Compton, and Long Beach. Ooh-wee, where chucks on our feet, sliding shit into step into the beat. My street, we roll deep in Pack Heat, South Central, Watts, Compton, and Long Beach. Ooh-wee, where chucks on our feet, sliding shit into step into the beat. My street.
Serious. Yeah. So, being that my first incident getting shot, I got hit. I got hit with 4-4 right here, my face, my head. You know what I'm saying? And then I get hit with a K. My legs and my hip. I get my leg and my hip. My legs down here, my hip, my ankles and shit. So all this shit, that's a K. That's an AK, bro. That's a K. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So being that I was athletic, that's the only thing that really brought me back. Or I wouldn't have had no legs. So it's like, I sit back, homie, and I just had an epiphany. I got a phone call to do a documentary called Through the Eyes of the Children, 112th and Central, Through the Eyes of the Children. And I did a documentary with these cats out of New York.
How can we find that documentary?
You just look it up.
Look it up?
Yeah,
okay.
Just Google it, pop right up.
Okay.
And so when I did this documentary, that was my epiphany, that was my wake up to say, film is my area, that's what I want to do, film. I can act. I can do this shit. Behind the camera and in front of the camera. So I got at them with a proposal. They paid my first year tuition in school, and then from there I paid my way all the way for 7 years till I got my first. Me and T. Rogers went to LACC together. I obtained my AA degree from there. Then I went on to got accepted at AFI, Stella Academy, and got my master's from there. Question for you, man.
Go ahead.
A couple of questions. So, what got you started on the social media platform as far as the social media aspect? How long?
I've been doing this. The blogging and the YouTube reviews for about 3 years now, and it's funny. You asked that question, man. I really had no interest in it. You know, my son used to watch YouTube videos, and I used to get on his ass. Cause I was like, man, what? I walk in this room, be dirty. I'm like, what the fuck you doing, man? Clean up your goddamn room. What you watching? YouTube, man, turn that shit off. So he always was watching YouTube. So I hear him in there laughing, woo. So I went in there, sat down, watched it. I could do this same shit.
So that became your influence, basically.
Yeah. Well, the influence came from him saying that I couldn't do it.
Oh, so your son made the statement that you couldn't do it.
He said, no, you can't, you too old.
Oh, no, he didn't hit you with that one.
Yeah, he hit me with that one, man.
Not too old.
So once he said that, man, that's when I was like, I had to prove him wrong.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So 3 years later, he had to swallow them words. He had to swallow that, man.
So and then what was your actual first interview, or what was the first video you put up? What was the first thing you remember you did?
My first music review was Money Man. He's a artist from Atlanta. That was my first video that I reviewed. My first interview was some Serranos from the Low Bottoms.
38th Street, 20
Ghetto Boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my first interview. That I actually went to the Low Bottoms and went to the Ghetto Boys territory and interviewed.
Amazing. And how did that come about?
It came from the music reviews. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to find my lane. Because it was people out there that was already established. They had established channels and they was doing reviews already.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to find a way. Trying to set me up.
You better watch it, boy.
I was trying to find a way to separate myself from them. So I found, I did my research and I said, you know something? The Hispanic artists have no platform. The Hispanic artists don't have nobody, they don't have no outlet where they can shine a light on their talent. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started focusing on, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it just came about that most of the artists that I was reviewing was from Southern California. And that's how I got introduced. Actually, the YouTube reviews introduced me to the politics of California. And that's when I started getting my my education on it.
And so you basically started to get educated and get your information.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so, what was your first, I would say, introduction to the gang theory? What kind of raised your eyebrow to that? Like,
well, you know, like
through the Hispanic cast too, or
no, because you know, growing up in Texas always had like a heavy California influence. Even some of our slang from back in the 90s was basically borrowed from y'all. We was called Busters, Mark, what's up, fool, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we really looked up to California. You know, and then you throw on the great DJ Screw in there. DJ Screw, who was from was born in LA.
Exactly.
Moved to Texas, and on majority of his mixtapes that he put out, it was West Coast heavy. So if you jam the Screw tape,
that's crazy you say that, because a lot of people don't know that. And a lot of people wouldn't know that and don't know that.
No, it's definitely West Coast heavy.
Yeah, they don't know that.
So you listen to Screw tapes, man. You listen to all the West Coast artists. So that's how I got put on from South Central Cartel, MC8, Second to None, Quick, goddamn, Above the Law. You know what I'm saying? Even the homies from your section.
OFTB.
Yeah, yes sir.
Yeah, man. Okay, so man, you just basically the influence of watching your son, wondering why he was always tuned to this damn YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And then it became intriguing to your interests as well. And 3 years later, here you are.
Yes, sir.
Spliff Media.
Spliff Media, man. And we still growing, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing, man, because I meet people like Nino Cappuccino. I met Real Tune TV, you know what I'm saying? This platform has I was able to build relationships with people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's really, really great that you say that, because I tell cats all the time, like even in the business, like, you know, me changing my life, crossing my life over, and taking the choices to become an entertainer, bro, which was a major choice that I made in my life, man. And this shit it has its times with it, man. You feel me? Because there's so much politics in this shit, bro. And if you're a real one, then your success is different from the others, because your climb is different, because you're not willing. See, I don't know what dick tastes like. I couldn't tell you what dick tastes like. I couldn't tell you what bending over and getting stuck in my ass feel like. I don't know. Like Dave Chappelle tell a nigga, I don't know what dick tastes like.
Yeah.
As an actor,
yeah,
and a producer and a director, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I ain't never slept on a motherfucking producer's couch, so I don't know. So therefore, that means my stardom is gonna come slower than the next average, because I'm not willing.
Exactly.
And that's the path I chose, you feel me? And that's the game I'm in, man. It's crazy, bro, because, you know, I've been asked by a lot of my folks, you know, to support me, to follow me, like, Cap, why they holding you back? What's the hold up? Like, I done been blackballed because I slapped the shit out of Reese Cup, you know, AK Tyrese. I slapped the shit out of him, fired on one of his bodyguards. Then my little homie, Too Tall, fired on his other bodyguard, and we didn't know they was police. You know what I'm saying? I incited a riot in 2000, you know what I mean, with the Bonnie Hunters, the Great Streets, the PJs. We smashed on the whole concert, you know, and so I've been blackballed and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I had to really catch myself as a heterosexual, like, wait a minute now, this is their community and they do run this shit. So I had to really realize, if I'm gonna pursue careers in this, you know, I gotta have some different perspective about this shit, man. So I had to really grow to become acceptance to this LGBT community, and to what's going on, bro, because it was like, at one point in time, like, nigga, everything came out my mouth, nigga. I was like, what the? And I had a meeting, and that meeting I had was a Jew boy, and he's an exec, and I'm going to him for a deal, for a television situation, and he was the one that really laced me and told me, and that's how I learned, and that was how I was able to come back and revamp myself. Because the nigga Reese Cup had me fucked up. Now, for 7 years, I didn't get no work, bro. And I got booked for 3 major films. 3 major films. I was co-starring on the motherfuckers, and he was lead. Nigga got me fired, homie. I booked these films when it blew me out the water, took my career to a whole nother level 10, 15 years ago, bro. If had not I had my head on right,
yeah,
and I wasn't tripping like I was. I came in with the same street mentality. All I did was they taught me and learned me as a method actor in classes, but I still had my street mentality when I was dealing with these executives and dealing with these old punk ass niggas in the industry. So if a nigga, you told me something, you gave me your number, nigga, I'm gonna stand on you on that. And you didn't, when I see you fuck your bodyguard, it didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I'm smashing.
It's on sight.
So now they want to put me with Suge. Oh, them niggas is buddies, they run together. He on some Suge shit. No, nigga, I'm on some Bonnie Hunter BJ shit. I was here before that nigga. Fuck you mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And been doing it before him. So I don't be comparing me with the homie, nigga. You got out of line and you got it coming. Simple as that, nigga.
Funny you brought that up, man, because I was telling the homie about your death row days. You don't mind speaking on that?
Oh yeah, you know, I got involved with the row in '92. During the peace treaty era when we were putting the peace treaty together, saving lives in our community at Watts for 12 straight consecutive years. I'm gonna say this because this needs to be on record. The media didn't want to publicize it. The police definitely wasn't gonna publicize it. But a cat, you're looking at a cat sitting right here in this chair amongst a committee of other individuals from Red and Blue, Grape Street, Bonnie Hunters, PJs, Hat Gang, Front Street, bro. We came together and we saved lives in our community for 12 straight years. 12 fucking years. Now imagine this. If there's not a killing for 12 straight years in your community, meaning that your kids could come outside now and really grow up and play like kids like when we were kids, or you could go outside and gotta worry about gunshots for 12 years, man, that's a blessing. How many of you can really sit there and say that, man, in your community and say, shit, if for 12 years we ain't had a killing over here, we ain't had a shooting, but we did this. And you looking at the cat that's sitting on this panel right here who was a part of that major movement. We did that for 12 years, man, you know what I'm saying? So, during that era of the peace treaty, I got a phone call to go to a meeting. I got summons to a meeting, basically. And in that meeting, I went to sit down. You know, that meeting, it was the big homie Terry Carter, you know, Uncle Mike, you know what I'm saying, me, and a few other individuals. So in that meeting, you know, we chopped it up, and then I was introduced to, you know, my awareness, do you know this dude, you know Simon. I know of him, but I don't know him personally. I knew of him, you know, I knew he grew up in the mob, he lived in the mob, his family was over there, and he went to school, and he played football, and he was a bouncer. That's what I knew of him, and I knew of that based on the streets, because I was a major D-boy once upon a time in these streets. Yeah. And I used to fuck with...
Oh, we already knew that when you say you came back with half a bird from the jungle.
I used to fuck with Freeway, you know what I'm saying, me, the big homie Harry-O, you know, and just the list goes on, you know what I'm saying? And so, during that time, when I was asked upon, do I know him and what's up with him, I'm like, no, I don't know the nigga.
My street, you go deep in back east, South Central, Watts, Compton, and Long Beach, my street.